County officials are getting closer to setting rules for cannabis sales in the county. County commissioners met with the planning committee today about who has the zoning authority for retail cannabis business registration. The county had reached out to its 21 townships, and everyone passed a resolution to allow Blue Earth County to issue registration for all retail cannabis businesses. This includes the townships of South Bend, Rapidan, and Judson.
Our current draft ordinances are specifying any cannabis business would have to go through an interim use permit process, and the townships are engaged in that process. And so the idea would be kind of a more uniform approach so that standards are consistent.
Cannabis retailers will also have to go through a licensing process with the state. Next month, the Planning Commission will further discuss the future of retail cannabis in Blue Earth County.